This is Golden Delanoy, frontrunner and founder of Authors of the Game LLC, located in sunny Southern California. I'm the author of the game because I've mastered it. What I'm asking you to do is to take your time and pay attention and learn the lessons and the blessings of Slim Sir on this podcast. I want you to share this on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or any social media outlet. So this way, you can obtain correct knowledge that can be beneficial for your life. With this being said, game bless, God bless.
Welcome. This is episode 19 of Enlightened Game. I am Slim Sir, and this is my audio notebook and my little therapy session. Take this time out to get some things off my brain, get some things off my chest, and hopefully share some life experience with you. On this episode, I'm going to keep it all the way real. All right, some of you may not like this, but I really don't give a fuck because this is my podcast and my therapy. You know, I often tell a lot of dudes that they have to go where value is valued, you see, in order for them to be appreciated. When I first started to write my books and to do this podcast, I did it for, really, to be honest with you, for the dudes, for the fellas. And, be honest with you, I got like 0 to no feedback from the dudes. But ladies are reaching out. And wherever there is a demand, you must meet it with a supply. So there's been a demand of questions, and I'm just going to have to give a demand of answers. So if the strippers value my brain, then for the next few episodes, these are specifically for those who are in the strip club or wanting to get in the strip club. And these are, so basically what I'm going to be doing with you now is giving you some of the game that I would give to my ladies on a regular basis. Hopefully it'll help you out. The first thing that I think that any female that's a dancer already or about to get into the dance game, I think she needs confidence. I think that's your most important tool. You see, because, well, let me rephrase that. Confidence and character. That's what I should say. Because I really want you to think about it. And if I start getting into my zone and, start saying bitch and shit like that, please don't judge me. But I'm being honest with you, and this is the way I talk to my people. And it's in our lifestyle, when you use the word bitch or something like that, it's not in a disrespectful way. So please put your feelings aside and let me just be myself and just listen to my points. Okay. The first things that I would tell any female going into the club or who's already in the club is to develop your confidence. Your confidence. And here's why. You're in the fucking club, right? And every female in the club is naked or halfway naked. All right? All of you are pretty. Some of you are prettier than others. All of you have dope-ass bodies. Some have, maybe better bodies than others, depending on your perspective. Right? So what makes you different? You see? What makes you different? What makes you stand out to a trick? And what makes you attractive to a trick? And what is it about you that can get this dude to give you all of his money and then go home and come back and do it again tomorrow? You see, if all of the females are naked, I want you to think about this. The only difference between you and them is your level of confidence, your vibe. Okay? Vibrations are real. The only thing that separates you between the other strippers in the club is your vibration. Now, you can have 2 naked females, one in a good mood, one in a bad mood. They're both walking around the club, right? The one in the bad mood, her head is down, shoulders are slumped, and she's saying to herself, oh, it's a slow night, I don't want to do this, I want to go home. The female who's in a good vibe, she's like, yo, this is my night. It's money in here. And they feeling me, right? Who do you think is going to make the most money? The one that's in a positive vibe, right? But why is she in a positive vibe? Because she has confidence about herself. Now the question is, where does confidence come from? See? Where does confidence come from? Confidence comes from your ability to be certain in a system that you're using while you're in the club. You see, those females who are extremely confident, if you sit down and talk to them, most times they have a system of working the club, how to talk to a dude, how long they're going to talk to the dude, how they ask for money, the different ways they ask for money. You see, they have a system. And that system, they rely on it and they believe in the system. They've worked the system. They see the system works and they develop confidence. You see? Now, I want to show you a difference now. There are some females that go to the club and think because they're pretty, they have a pretty face, nice ass, nice titties, right? And they have confidence in the way they look. They don't necessarily have a system. And what I call that is false confidence. False confidence is because, you know what? If you're basing everything on your looks, right? What about if niggas come in the club and they're not feeling your looks? Think about that. What if you go to a club and it's, niggas ain't feeling your looks? How do you make money then? Think about it. You see? So if you base everything on your looks, and you base your confidence on your looks, you're not going to be confident for long because let's face it, every day you age and every single day your value goes down if you're selling beauty because every day we age. You may not see it, but over time, just ask an older stripper. You see, she used to be dope as hell, but now, age is catching up, and age will catch up to all of us, regardless of man or woman. So it would be wise of you to depend on something other than your beauty. Beauty is the way you catch a motherfucker. All right? But your system is the way you keep and break a motherfucker. I want you to think about that. Now, I've met a lot of pretty females who didn't have any confidence, right? And they didn't have any confidence because they didn't have a system, and they didn't have a system because when someone tried to give them the system, they say, "Oh no, I don't fuck with no pimping." See, I want you to think about this: how many blessings have you bypassed because you just didn't want to have a conversation with somebody, and that conversation could have changed your life? Doesn't mean you had to get down with a brother, but a conversation could have sparked an idea in you, which could have changed your life. You see, foolish people go around looking for money. Money is the effect. Intelligent people go around looking for ideas that they can materialize into money. You see, and you should never judge a person based on what they do, because you never know if that person can offer you an idea that would change your life. Now, if you're a stripper, I'm not going to suggest that you go sit down and talk to a whole bunch of pimps. That's out of pocket. Don't do that shit. Okay? That's wrong. That's a violation of the game. But what I am telling you is not to judge a person. Because there's been a lot of females in my past based on, and they judged me based on, what I did. Not knowing, fast forward a few years later, that I would be an author of 2 books, have a podcast, book sales are doing great, and I'm just working my plan. And now those same people see me, and it's hard for them to talk to me now, right? Because they disrespected me back in the past. So don't make that mistake. Anyway, so the first thing you should have is confidence, and the only way you're going to be able to develop confidence is in having a system. And we know that false confidence, or I should say half confidence, it's not total confidence. It's just in your beauty. Now, it's great to have confidence in your beauty, but that changes. Okay? When you have a system, that's a more solid thing to have confidence in. Now, the second part of this equation is character. Character. And this is very, very big. Now you have confidence because you have a system. And what is character? Character is like basically like the word means, like you're in a club, right? And what character do you play out? You know? And your character is based on your inner character, who you see yourself as, and how you see yourself determines how you feel about yourself, and how you feel about yourself determines how you interact with other people. Now let's put this into something practical so that you can use. You go into the club, you're confident, you have a system, you're feeling great, right? And you go up and you ask a guy for a dance. You're looking good, you're confident, you're feeling good. You ask him for a dance. He wants to talk to you just for a second. Maybe he wants to feel you out. Now, what makes you any different than any other the females? You're all naked or halfway naked. You're all feeling confident about yourself. Some people may or may not have a system, but you have a system, so you're feeling pretty secure. What makes him want to give you money? It's really fucking simple. You know the only reason why Trick gives you money is because he wants to give you money. Why does he want to give you money? He wants to give you money because he likes you. I want you to think about how simple that is. A trick will give you money if he wants to, and he'll want to if he likes you. So your objective is to get the trick to like you. How do you do that? What is the simplest, most easiest way to get any person to like you? 2 points. And this is what I use in my own life. Number 1, be real. And number 2, be yourself. You see, when you go into the club or any business interaction, it's better to be yourself. Don't try to put on this facade. Don't be fake. Don't try to be somebody that you're not, because it never works. That never works. Anyway, let's just have a recap of what we learned. I want you ladies to be confident, okay? When you go into the club, be confident. And what that means is you're confident because you have a certain plan and a certain program that you follow. So no matter how you feel, you're going to practice this program, right? And you're going to feel confident. This system, you're going to follow a system and you're going to feel confident, okay? And when you're confident, as you develop your confidence, and I want you to also to develop your character. See, when you have a good character, you have a good vibration. When you have a good vibration, people like you. When people like you, they want to give you money. If you have bad character, you have a bad vibration, and you run away the money. I want you females to stop thinking that just because you're pretty and you have a fat ass and you can twerk that you're a bad bitch, because that does not make you a bad bitch. What makes you a bad bitch are really basically 2 elements. Number 1, that you have to have a system. You have to have a system. And number 2, you just have to be a real person, honest, and you have to be a good person. Stop fronting. Don't be something that you're not. In everything in life, you have more success when you're real. And you're only believable when you're real. And you want your tricks to believe. You want to be believable to your tricks because you want them to believe in you and you want them to become your fans. Right? Anyway, I hope you learned something. But I only have about 30-something seconds left. And this is time for my shameless plug. So what I want you to do right now is go over to slimsir.com and order a copy of The Rules or Glory to the Game or the books that my mentor has written, the Max Bible and the Max Secret Persuasion Manual. You can get all of that on slimsir.com. As usual, thank you for listening to me. Thank you for this therapy session. I'll see you again.